fish out of Emma, fully scaled, £21. My first Texas mirror, actually. Look at that. Unbelievable. After a few cats this morning as well, went quiet, and then a couple of takes on the old carp, and look at that, fully scaled. That's what we're after, the big grass. Now we've got to get the big buff. Ooh, 46. We had a couple of small ones earlier, up to 25. And the fully scaled, first day. Look at that. Well, here we go. Stevie lost one, and he just had a 18 common. And now this one is 36-pound grassies, his PB grass carp. Look at that. Nice. Let's get some shots of this baby. 23-pound common, biggest one on day one. Biggest common. The others have been 19, 18. Lost one or two between us. So Steve just had that 36 grassy, you just see. Look at that. All we need now is a buff. We need a decent sized buff. And we've got everything, every species in here in one day. Day one at Emma Long. We're still at Emma on a private swim, on the back of a private house on the on a stretch that's not been really fished, really for buffalo, because obviously you can't get the water access. So we're on day two. This is the morning on day two. As you see, we had some fish yesterday, up to 46-pound grassy, which I was after the 40. I got it. So well chuffed. So it's got the pressure off that one. All we need now is a couple of buffs. We've got a week and a half to go, and I can't see why we can't get them. We've got another two guys in our party that are fishing in Emma itself. Yesterday, first day, they had them up to 40 buffs to 42 pound. They had grassies, couple more buffs. I think they had like 24 fish. We had 30 fish from this new venue here in one day, so two guys. So that's not bad fishing. It's well warmer than normal. It's hitting 80 degrees. This time last year it was -4, -5, and we was in a tent, and we thought we'd get an house this year just in case it gets cold. And then look, here we are, red hot. That's fishing for you, that's weather. We can't control that. But can't complain because we're still getting the bites. But seems like the grassies and the commons seem to be feeding a little bit more, as they do as it warms up, and the buffs are backing off slightly. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard going for the buffs in the next week and a half, but we can only try and push forward. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see the old grey ghost pop up at the net. Let's get, as you said, the rods in the back. I ain't cast them out yet, just got out. It's just gone 7 o'clock in the morning, and let's give it a go. Let's go for day two. Steve just had a small common. This one's 19, it's only a baby, but been very quiet this morning, day two. But we just had two takes in about half hour. But I think they're just starting to move in, so let's see if we can get a little bit bigger ones. We'll take whatever comes. We're on holiday. Well, we're on day 4 fishing, and we've gone into Emma Park this time for the day, because we've been fishing the house, and been here half hour. First take, feels an half decent fish. Fishing at 100 yards, single baits. Yeah, it's a buff, and it's a buffalo. So first fish is a buffalo, and we've had every fish in the river except a buffalo. We've had them all big, but not a buffalo. That's the first buffalo we've hooked that we know of in the 4 days of us fishing. We must have had 50, 60 fish between us all. Say grass is up to 46 pound, but no buffs for us. Ray's had a 42 buff and a couple of 20s. But, so this is my first buff, and that's what I'm after. That's what I'm targeting. Thought it was a buff when the take looked like a buff, and fight was like a buff, typical. Just sitting on that ledge. It's not big. It's not a big buff, but it's a buff. It's all welcome at the moment. Yeah, it's only a £20 buff, small one, but I'm happy with that for a minute. Yeah, we got it. First buff of the session, 4 days fishing. Let's hope we get some more of these. This is what we're after today, get the buffs. And that 33, first one of the sesh. And that £44, unreal. He thought he was doing me on the biggest fish of the day, and I said it won't be there for long. And look at that, 49. £49 buff, 100 yards in the deep channel. Woohoo! And she's the best fight I've had in the last 5 days. Look at that. Spot on. As Steve's first common of the day, £21. That's not too bad, so I've had 2 commons now. £45 buff. Doing the same thing, fishing 100 yards on some heavy soaked mainline bait. Look at that. 45, 49, we've had a 44, 35, 35 and a 33 today. That's without loads of commons and grasses as well. And it's only half a day. Look at that, they're really getting on that bait now. Right, there's Steve's second buff of the day, £24. It's a baby for a buff, but it's another buff. So what's that? I think we're on about 7 buffs now, right? 7 buffs today. We're over 30 runs, well over 30 runs, mixed with commons to 25 and loads of grasses and buffs to 49, look at that. 44, 45 pounders. It's been a real good day here at Emmalong. Proper Emmalong buffalo. That's what we drove 30 hours for, to get amongst that. 40. So I've had a 65, a 49, a 45, 44, 35, 33. I mean, that's just horrendous. At the end of the day, we're probably going to wrap up in probably half hour. This is mid-20, but look how black it is. It's an unusual, very dark fish. Never had one this dark before, so I'll stick it on video, show you what it's like. But mid-20, after the 65 and the 40 buff. Look at that. They're just letting some water through there, and we just had a little run of grasses and stuff. They seem to like when the water movement. Just had 3 takes at once, had a cat and a small common, and then this £40 buff, dead on 40. Look at that. First take, we've been here maybe 3/4 of an hour, maybe an hour. It's a little bit slower than yesterday morning, but if these pop out every hour or so, I think we can handle it. £40 on the nose. Let's see if we can get a few more. And we're on what, day 6 now, I think it is, yeah, day 6. Look at that. We've got a few more days yet. So stay tuned, we've got some more of these big old girls coming. Here we go. Steve had a little play up there with a few little little grasses, and there he goes, look, he's just smashed it with a £47 buff. Look at this. This is his first buff today. So we've had 2 buffs, 40 and a 47. He's done me on the biggest fish so far. Now I've got to beat him and keep that record every day. See if I can get one bigger than this, but look at that. Now that is one amazing buffalo. Look at that. That's been well grubbing up, as you can see. Look at the colour of its lips. They're so reddy, sandy brown, like when they've been grubbing. It's just proper. They're proper munching. 7.5. So he's just done his PB by half a pound. He's had 2 47s now. 47.5 and 47. Look at that.
Unbelievable. Different spot, but they're having it. Steve's in the spot at the moment.
It's been quiet, it's been so windy. The wind's dropping actually a little bit now, but it's too windy to get out in the channel. So we're struggling a bit, but here we go. We can do what we can do. 40 pound, 8 ounce. Day 7, and this is the first take. It's still windy, we can't get where we got to go. But so we're trying just for half a day, so this weather goes. But this is just like, it's probably about 19, ain't weighing, 19 pounds, something like that. Smallest one we've had so far. But the whole buff video, so show you exactly how many buffs and all the size we have. Look at that. Every buff is a good buff. Let's get some more to eat. It's a low 20, 21, 22, something like that. That's about the average common you get here. Long don't normally produce some big ones, so we'll show you a few of the commons just to break up the buffs. There you go, low 20, long common. Grassy and grassy. Loads of grassies, all under 20 pound, loads of them. Threw back, new little blue catfish, and that little 19 pound buff we had earlier. This one's like, didn't weigh it, it's about 33 pounds, something like that. It feels like it doesn't matter what the weight is on this one. But there we go. He's welcoming. Been very slow fishing today, and on anything else other than a grass. But two smallish buffs, but this will do. This will do. Can't have them every day. There we go, 25 pound out of Decker. It's half a day gone. It's the first buff bite. Loads of catso. But that's what we're after, a buff. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit bigger. Right, this is Steve's first take of the day, which is early afternoon. And this is 30 pound right on the nose, exactly 30. Look at that. That's his first buff out of Decker. This is his second trip. And he's only done, what, a day and a half, I suppose, of solid fishing on Decker, and this is the biggest one that he's had. Nice. Exactly 30, and then we had a 25 earlier. A couple of small ones, but we've still got a little bit of time to try and break that old big Decker 50 plus. Nice one. Well, Steve just, we're at the end of the day. Steve just banged a 47 pound exactly out. He had a 30 pound exactly earlier, and now this is 47. That's his PB Decker, Lake Decker buff. Look at that, it's a nice, that's a lot bigger. Nice fish, well done. Just right at the end of the day. Alright, here we go. Like yesterday he was at Decker, now we're back at the house on Lake Austin, and first take of the morning, as you can see. So I don't know, it's a mid 20 blue cat. This spot here is really good for the cats. The cats and the big grasses seem to come off here. So today we're catfishing and big grass hunting by the looks of things. It's not bad though, is it? Put up a good fight though. They bend the rod, so that's what it's all about. Different species. There we go. We got the buff out of the garden, £45 on the nose. Look at that, still morning. It went quiet for about 10 minutes. And there we go, mid 40. Look at that. Oh, I'm pleased with that. New swim, never been buff fished ever this stretch, and I think there's been 3 buffs out of this section now we've had. This is the biggest so far, 45. Well, we didn't weigh it. Don't know, it's an upper 20 grassy. Look at that. Gone quiet for about an hour and a half, and then comes the grass, as usual. Well, there we go, just fishing just behind me where the bushes are, to my right here. Just stuck a bait down there and had an 18 common, and I've had this one straight away after. It's probably about 19, something like that. It's only small, but it's beautiful condition one. And they're literally 15 foot off the trees behind me. Just stuck a single bait down there. They seem to be jumping straight on it. So the little buggers are climbing close in, and it's about 11.5 feet deep, close in here. So not like Emma, it's really shallow close, but yeah, the fish get close here. There we go. Let's see if we can try and get a 20 out from down here. I think there's about 5 or 6 now we've had this weight and above. Unreal. So this is there's 23 buffs now we've had. 23 buffs and 19 over 40 with one at 60. You can see their mouths, they're black. So they're really grubbing up in the old red soil here in Texas. They're really on it, right on the old bait. Well, straight after the 45, this one's 28, it's a mal. So we're in amongst the shoaled up buffs that are moving around out there. We've got a little friend behind me here, as you can see, that the old Mr. Swan keeps coming to see us. There you go, 28 pound, mal, buffalo, middle rock.
Well, Steve's first buff of the morning, £34. And this one's a little bit pink. It's pink all over. It's got some beautiful colours. It's got some wishy-washy scales on the top there. Top middle. I don't know what that's about, but